In today's video, I'm going to show you how to take your trash and turn it into something useful without spending any money. Don't throw this container away. I have a great way that you can reuse this lid. The lid on here is so nice and it will fit on a standard mason jar. All you have to do is screw it onto your mason jar. This is going to give us so many options for how we could use this mason jar. You could put your sugar in here and use the easy pour spout. We can also use it as a drink container. Add in your favorite drink, and then just add on the lid and place in your straw. If you have an old chapstick container, don't throw it out, just clean it out, and then you can use it as a secret way to hide your money. So take any money that you have, and then you can roll it up. This would be great if you were going to the pool or the beach. Then just place it into the chapstick container and put the lid on. And it's a great way to hide your money. When you're done with your candles, do not get rid of these jars. These are great little jars. First of all, they're glass. They have lids that usually suction on there really well. Now you are going to have to clean these out. A way you can do that is heat up the wax and melt it out. My trick for removing the rest of the wax that's on there is using Goo Gone. This is one of our favorite products we use. If we have any residue on items, just spray a little bit of that. Now, one idea you could do with this is turn it into a Q-tip container for your bathroom. So the lid is a rose gold color, but I want to add a knob, and the knob I have is this beautiful clear knob and it's gold on the bottom. So I want the golds to match a little bit better. So I'm going to be using 2 of my Rub and Buff colors on the lid. So I'm going to put both of my Rub and Buff colors onto this cutting mat. These are from Dollar Tree and they're great for crafting. You can reuse these over and over again. You can just paint on them and do all sorts of things. This color is antique gold, and I'm also going to be using the Grecian gold. Anytime I'm using Rub and Buff, I do like to wear gloves. These gloves I recently purchased off of Amazon, and I will link them for you. I like to apply Rub and Buff with a foam brush. I also like to mix the colors. I feel like it gives me more dimension when I have 2 colors. So I'm gonna simply paint this on to my piece. The good thing about Rub and Buff is it doesn't take too long to dry. I let this sit for about an hour. Now I'm gonna add a little bit of hot glue on my knob and place it in the center. Next, I'm gonna fill my jar with Q-tips. I think this looks so gorgeous. You would have no idea that this started as a candle jar. I want to shout out the sponsor of today's video, Surfshark VPN. If you're not currently using a VPN right now, I definitely recommend doing it. It really helps to keep my digital information secure. We just have so much personal information that's available online, and it helps to keep your email, credit card information, and privacy secure. Also, if you're traveling around and connecting to different Wi-Fi hotspots, for example, at a restaurant, or on the weekends, I will go to large volleyball facilities with my kids, and I will try to connect to the Wi-Fi network because the signal is always weak in these large venues. But the security on these networks can be pretty low, so you're more at risk for people to try to gain access to your digital information. But if you have a VPN, which is a virtual private network, you can keep your information secure. So I have Surfshark VPN and I keep it running on my phone. It encrypts my information, so anybody trying to gain access to my information online isn't going to be able to get it. Surfshark also has an alert system called Surfshark Alert. If someone is trying to gain access to your device, you will get notified right away. I love to keep Surfshark VPN running on my phone at all times to keep my information secure. Surfshark VPN also lets you change your location. If you're traveling somewhere and want to change your VPN back to the US, you can watch your favorite streaming shows that are available in the US. If you want to try it out and secure your privacy with Surfshark, go to surfshark.com/LizDIY for 4 extra months of Surfshark. Don't throw out your egg cartons. These are perfect to use in your craft room. So there's multiple uses you could use for these when you're DIYing. So I'm gonna cut off the top portion. I'm also going to cut off this part. Let me show you a couple ways that I would use my egg carton. So if I'm doing a craft with beads, a lot of times I like to organize my beads so that my project runs really smoothly instead of just putting them all out on my table. So I can organize them, put like beads together in this container. Another idea is to use this to separate out all your paints. It makes a great paint palette. So I'll just put a few paints in here for my project. I never throw out a Tic Tac container because you can use these all over your house. So one of the ideas you can do is you can put bobby pins in here, store these in your backpack or in your car anytime you need a bobby pin. Another thing you could do with this is use it for a hide a key. If you need to put a key outside, you can place it into your Tic Tac container. Another thing you can do is add a rock to the top. So this is a rock that I have outside in my planters. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the bottom of this rock, and then I'm going to glue it directly to the top of my container. Then I'm just going to stick it down in my planter. You're not even going to be able to see the container, and when I need to get it out, I can just pull out the key. Erin left us a comment saying that she uses her old OxyClean containers underneath her bathroom sink to store any cleaning cloths. And I agree with you, Erin. I use these all the time and I think they're such good containers. You could put anything in here. I love the idea of the cleaning cloths. So if you got a cup like this, most likely you would probably think to throw it out. Let me show you an idea you can use in your car. So if you don't want to buy a fancy trash can, I have this one off of Amazon. It's large, it works really well, but here's a reusable option. Take this cup, you're going to get rid of the lid. Now, it's best if you can rinse it out. You're gonna add in a roll of doggy bags to the bottom of this. Pull out one of the doggy bags, place it into your cup, and you have a trash can that you can put right in your cup holder. Did you know you can reuse these containers? These would be perfect for your chargers or earbuds. So what I like to do is peel off the stickers on the front and the back. Now you have a great way to store an extra charger in your bag or your car. On our last video, we got a great tip from Annette on how you could reuse old paper towel holders. So she says that she uses them in her boots to create boot support so they don't fall over. Such a great idea. I used to throw these out because I wasn't sure what to do with them, but these make great chip clips. So what you can do is pull off these little clips on either end. If you need to cut it off, you can do that as well. Let's try to do it on this end over here. Now you have 2 free chip clips. Just fold down your chip bag, and these work great. We got a great comment from Suzette on our last video where we showed you all the items you shouldn't throw away. And she said she uses these little butter containers with a lid. She fills them up with water, freezes them overnight, and they make perfect ice cubes to put in pet bowls. I thought that was such a great idea. Now you only want to fill this up 3/4 of the way because it's going to expand a little bit when it's in your freezer. I wanted to show you guys an inexpensive way that I put together my Easter baskets. When I went to Walmart and was looking at the different baskets, they were around $7 or $8. So I kept looking and I found this, and I think it's supposed to be a platter, but it's this really cool little egg-shaped container. It was $2.58, and I thought this could make a great basket. Now, you could go ahead and buy filler, or you could reuse items you already have. I don't know about you guys, but I have so much scrapbooking paper that's just sitting around my house in my craft room. So I pulled out some that I liked in these pastel colors, and then I'm also going to be using my paper shredder. If you don't have one of these, I will link to the one I have off of Amazon, but this does a great job. Let me show you how to use it. So with the scrapbook paper, in order to feed it through my shredder, I'm going to just cut these into smaller pieces because my shredder's more for shredding envelopes and letters. So to shred this paper, you're going to put it through the shredder. Then you're just going to crank it through. Now it looks like this, but to make it more like crinkle paper, I'm just gonna kind of wad it up and throw it into my bowl. So we're going going to be adding some items to our Easter basket that's kind of an adult Easter basket. Now, some of these items are from Amazon, some are from Dollar Tree, and some we thrifted. So this is one of my favorite blankets. I have it in a bunch of different colors, but it's really cute in the pink and white. This is gonna take up the majority of our basket. So I'm gonna add that to the back. And I wanted to do this before I added any more paper shred because I'm gonna pull up the paper shred on the side. I found these at Dollar Tree. I'm gonna add these in. This is a little thrifted canister that I found at the thrift store. So adorable. I also found these at the thrift store. I mean, could these be any cuter? I also picked up some candy from Dollar Tree that I'm gonna try to add in. So I'm adding in the finishing touches. I'm just gonna put a little bit more of the crinkle paper and it'll be all ready. Don't throw out these Pringles containers. There's a lot you can do with them. I'm gonna show you how you can use this in your craft room. You can use this to store your ribbon. So the first thing you're going to do is just take off the lid. Next, we're going to cut a slit into our can that's about 1/2 inch in thickness, and we're not going to cut off the top or the bottom. We wanna keep those intact. So I wanna draw a line across where I'm going to be cutting with my box cutter. So I'm just placing this paper down, then go down about 1/2 inch and draw another line. And then we're gonna cut it out with our box cutter. All right, so when you get down to this bottom area, we're going to have to cut across here because we wanna keep the top and the bottom intact. Now, if you've been at Dollar Tree recently, you may have noticed that they have a ton of new peel and stick wallpapers. I'm so excited for all these different designs. This one I think will be great to put around our Pringles can. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna peel it off and stick it on there before I cut it off. I find sometimes it's easier to just cut it off after I've already put it onto my container. And if I have to peel it up, I can do that as well. I'm gonna peel off the backing and start placing it around my container. These come off really easily because there's a little strip right here, and then you can pull the strip on the other side. So I went a little bit far and then pulled it up, and I messed up a little bit of the paper here, but I'm thinking whenever I put the ribbon in, you're not gonna be able to see it. So I got back around here to the edge, and I want to just cut it off as even with the edge that I can. So I'm just going to kind of feel my way through it with my box cutter. And when I feel like I'm at the edge, I'm going to cut it. All right, now around the edge, I'm just going to follow it along the edge and try to pull up the paper. Sometimes the hardest part is just getting it started. So I feel like I need to put over here where I have red on the edge, I feel like I need to add a little piece there. So I'm gonna try to do that. All right, it's not perfect, but I think it's gonna work because once I put all the ribbon, you're not gonna be able to see the flaws I have on here. So what you wanna do is take your ribbon, and before you put it down into the Pringles can, you're going to feed it through this opening right here. Okay, so see how I did that? And then I'm just going to place it down into the bottom of my can. So I've already pulled my ribbon out so it's ready to go. Next, you're going to add the lid back on, and now you have a way to store all of your ribbons. You can put them this way against something, it will roll, or you can just store them up like this, and when you need to get off a little bit of ribbon, just pull it out and cut off what you need. If you've made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. Comment your favorite item that you like to reuse. Don't throw out your cardboard boxes. You can use these to organize your drawers. We're gonna organize probably my most used drawer in my kitchen. This is where the scissors are and any pins that we use. And we also keep this tape measure in there. The first thing I need to do is measure the drawer. So I'm gonna figure out how long I need my cardboard pieces to be. I also am gonna measure how high I want them to be. So here's the drawer cleaned out. So I'm gonna go to the very back Okay, so this is measuring right at 19 inches and then 3 inches in height. I will probably make it about 2.5 inches because you don't need them to come all the way to the top. So I'll probably go 19 inches by 2.5 inches. So I'm gonna use the lid of this box and I'm simply just going to cut it off. Box cutter. All right, so I need 19 inches by 2.5 inch pieces. We're gonna mark that. I'm gonna trim off this edge right here so that I can start with the full straight line. So I'm gonna line up this side to be 19 inches. And then over here, I'm gonna mark where I need to cut it off on both sides. And then we'll just draw a straight line across and cut it with our box cutter. So next we're gonna make 3 strips. We need to mark it at 2.5 inches on both sides. Next we'll just draw a straight line across. Now I'm gonna try to cut these as straight as possible. Now, hopefully if we measured correctly, these are gonna fit directly into our drawer. We may have to trim them down, so I'm gonna go take them over to the drawer and see if they fit. Okay, that one fits great. You want them to be a little snug. Now, another thing you can reuse are these nice boxes that a lot of the stuff we buy comes in. This is a label maker that I have, and it's got a really great box. You can also reuse old phone boxes. Those are always really nice. But this, I'm gonna put it in my drawer to act as more organization. So I'm gonna put the cardboard pieces here. As I'm putting these in, I like the look of only having 2 cardboard pieces. So I'm thinking I might only put in 2. Now with my third one, I want to put it as a cross piece. But before I do that, I wanna plan out this drawer and figure out where I wanna put things, and that's gonna help me determine my cross piece. My tape measure I'm always pulling for, so I want that up front. I think that fits perfectly in this box. I also use this Work Pro scraper all the time. This comes in a pack of 3 off of Amazon, and it takes off labels better than anything that I found. So I definitely pull from that all the time. The other thing I always use in this drawer is scissors, so I want to put those in there. We could always put those a little bit farther back if we decide we want our cross piece here. And then lighters. We always have the lighters in here. So I think we're gonna move the scraper over here. That way I can put pins here and then another set of pins here. So then what we wanna do is create a cross piece that we can put across here. So the first thing I'm gonna do is just mark this where we want it. And because I'm laying everything out, I know exactly where I want it to sit. So you really don't have to measure this. So right here, I'm gonna put, like, this is where we wanna cut, and do both sides so you can make a straight line. We're gonna cut probably up to about here so that it sits down on top of our other cardboard pieces. Made the slits with about 1 centimeter left up here on both sides, so hopefully it'll fit in. You want it to fit in there nice and snug. If you need to trim it down, you can, but I think this looks great. I have these little box cutters that I think will fit perfectly up here. But if you want to use more of these kind of containers, you definitely can do that, but this didn't cost any money. Let me know down in the comments how you like to reuse items. I love knowing your opinion, and make sure you subscribe because I want to see you back here, and I'll see you in our next one. Bye.